Welcome to Love Them Knives. LTK here. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the Eutektik Everyday Field Duty EFD. Okay. Now, when these came out, I'm going, this is definitely a lot more affordable than carrying. Let me show you. Then this EFD, because if you look on Leon Moss' site, these are $500 or $550, something like that, right? Okay. So, I mean, hey, yes, super nice, S90V, numbered, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. Arctic Storm, liner lock, titanium, all that. Okay, wonderful, great, love it. It's nice. It's a nice show carry and all that kind of stuff. Do I want to take this out camping and beat on it and do this and that and toss it and here and there? Negatory on that. So, I was so happy when this came out. Because okay, it's 85 bucks and it's 14C, right? 14C 28N. Nice, easy drop, lightweight, slender, easy carry in the pocket, yet full size, etc., etc. Move up, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So there's that. Yes, so this I can dance around with, especially with my Trinity, because I got a couple of Trinities, and so I actually do carry these more frequently than my EFD. Okay, I like my Trinity. I mean, I think it's a little bit more stabby, and you can pick with the blade and do things. So I like the Trinity as well. But the EFD is a takeoff on the field duty. So I mean, the big deal here is that you've got a classic high-end Liangma knife being now replicated in the Eutektik line. Okay, so there's that point made. And I was talking to Liang and saying, what about, I mean, because I got my field duty, which is, oh God, it just happens to be over here. Okay, not field duty, but my Vision FG field grade. I'm sorry, not field duty, field grade. Vision FG. And this is a Civivi. So it's a freaking 80 something dollar knife like this, right? And what did I do? I paid $150 for aftermarket scales. And this is that party camo, party glow camo or something, because it does react with uh, UV light, okay, UV light, and it lights this stuff up. I'm not gonna do that necessarily, but just that. So, I mean, because I had a buddy that got some of these custom scales for his Vision FG, and I thought, wow, that's awesome, blah, blah, blah. So I got some. So it's not like people aren't crazy enough to put $150 scales on an $89 knife, okay? Point made. Okay, so that's what I'm saying there. Now, so it got me thinking. Okay, this is a takeoff on a super expensive knife. What about maybe doing scales here? And I contacted the same guy that did those scales on my Vision, but he goes, I make those by hand and I don't do uh, you know, these cutaways. In other words, nested. Okay, so I don't have like the machine that can sit there and auger out the area to be able to do nesting. Okay, so I went to Sharp Dress Knives, and of course he does a lot of that stuff. I mean, you know, he does a lot of stuff. I mean, was it Knife Center and other places where they even have been able to reserve a certain color of fat carbon, blah, 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 for their knives or their exclusives, etc., with him doing the scales. Okay, so I contacted him and said, could you do this? And I showed him a picture of the knife disassembled, etc., because I have done a video of this and disassembled the knife. And I will put that link down below and you can see that, okay? And I chose 3 different scale types. Bingo! 5 minutes in before I even let you see the real stuff, huh? What a torturous bastard I am. So, these are interesting because wow, they came out great. Now he goes, well, I'm going to be, first of all, he's got to, I sent him a knife so he can make pattern off it and all that kind of stuff. And then he's got to make several sets to tweak everything down. I mean, like little tenths of a hundredths of an inch, whatever, to get those little pieces, partial inserts and nested stuff to fit just right, okay? And then once he's got that and he's got the jig made and all that kind of stuff, then he can run, But so, yeah, we were the test bird, canary, to get this done. But okay, so here we go, and I can't remember the name of these, like black lava or something. And then of course these are lava flow here. Okay, not Mars, whatever. But yeah, this is, or not Mars Valley, but lava flow. These are, okay, lava flow, and then black lava, and then of course Arctic storm. Okay, so Arctic storm. Yeah, the cool part of this is, I got the 3 sets of scales back, and then I took the 3 Eutektik knives out of the inventory and put scales on them. Just say, can I swap it? I mean, how easy is this for a person to just buy a set of scales and swap out? And yeah, I could do that. So no, it wasn't that difficult. It was more difficult to take the nested partials out around here and around this little bottom piece, because they're in there. I mean, not really pressed in, but they're pretty well seated in there. So it's a little tough to get them out of that G10 that they're stuck into. So yeah, that might be your biggest issue there, to do that. But other than that, they're in. And so I'm sitting here going, I wonder, I mean, how, viewers would respond to this. So I did send a little message to my Patreon group and said, what do you think? And it was really a bunch of responses that were very positive about it. So I'll be interested in seeing your comments down below saying, whatever you say. I mean, I understand the comment of, because I used to laugh all the time at people would spend $150. I mean, for like like Spyderco, and then you have a titanium scales made for it, and the damn thing, you bought it, used or whatever, for $89 or maybe $100 or what. I even put an aftermarket backspacer. I'm not sure if I'm in love with that, but I've just been on there forever. And then this is a faux looking Lynch clip from somewhere. I can't remember. But people will spend a couple $100 or more just for a nice set of sculpted titanium scales to put on. And this is an M390, So, but wow, I mean, it's just amazing what people will do. And you know what? Maybe that makes no sense to you, and maybe it does make sense to you. And to a lot of people, it does make sense. They like to kind of, dress up a knife that's not necessarily super expensive, but it gives them a nice feel to it and a really nice look for something that's otherwise pretty inexpensive. And even if you pay $85 for this, and then the set of scales for like $150, then okay, you got over $200, but this is, I think, a little over $500. So, and of course, materials being very different, et cetera, but this still being very slender and pretty lightweight. In fact, let's do a couple of things. Number one, let's take one of these knives and weigh it. And let's weigh it against the stock EFD, right? To see, does this give me a lighter knife or is it heavier? And it's 108.7 grams, okay? Now here's just your regular G10. Wow, it's pretty much dead the same, isn't it? Wow, okay. And unit, let's go back around to ounces. So 3.8 ounces and 3.8 ounces. And 3.8 ounces is also what my Spidey weighs, right? Yeah, exactly. So just think, this is still as light as a PM2, right? And as slender as a PM2, okay? So this one, the PM2 is like a 0.46 overall. Yeah, this is dead on with that. 11.7 millimeters. Yeah, and so this is, I think, right at 3 millimeter blade stock. Yeah, it is 3 millimeter blade stock. Okay, okay. So I just wanted to bring this out there. And what I will do, by the way, is let me grab this and I can do a partial to just kind of show you what is, and let me grab both these. I'm going to have to grab both these. But just to kind of give you an idea of what's involved. Of course, this has been apart because I put scales on it. But these are number 6s on the body and the pocket clip. And yeah, this one I think goes in. Yeah, it does go into that standoff. But I don't think anything else. Nah, it all comes apart. Okay, so here it is. I just wanted to show you this part comes out. Okay, so that's not a problem because you've got this. So you can kind of push this whole thing out of here just by virtue of doing that. And then on this side, what I wanted to show you is these partial things. So, you know, you're going to have to take this and this off, and then this comes out. Well, now that I got it out of the G10 model, hey, you're good, you know. So if you want to go back to the G10, you shouldn't be tough to take these apart. And of course, to take this little partial here out, I have to undo these screws here, okay? So when you do go to get your, you know, flip scales, you are going to have to unscrew a bunch of these screws to get, you know, everything detached here. But I'm just saying, here's how it is. So you just got, there's sharp dress knives, right? Here, here, and then this main piece, which is still being held in because I still got one screw left, you know, coming through here from the pocket clip. But that's it. I mean, that's your total ride to try and swap scales. Not difficult. And then, of course, here's another thing. It's tough for somebody if they're just making them by hand, they don't have a machine to do this because, see, Eutektik has this little shelf thing, which is what several other models of knives have. And this has got that as well because Sharp Dress Knives has got the CNC or whatever to be able to machine all those details. And it takes time and it takes effort to do so. But so now it sits down on that shelf right there and adjusts. And so bang, bang, we got this. And also, and we got the little stop that goes in too. And so we're set right there, okay? And so this kicks, not difficult at all. And if we can get that stop, there we go. We can get that blade stop to settle in. And then this, so that's as difficult as it gets to do a scale swap. It's going to be a little bit more difficult when you open that G10 knife because those little partial pieces, you know, they just don't fall out like these do now, okay? So they are going to be more difficult. They will be. Where's the screw here? In fact, I think these are about the same size, actually. Both the pocket clip one and this one for the body. Okay, come on. Backwards until we can go forwards. And then we'll grab, maybe. They're the same. Okay, so we got you. Okay. So now we're back. Right there, okay? What do you think? Yeah, not too difficult to do. But where can you get these? And I'm not releasing this video until I find out what the status is going to be. If I'm telling you order them, if you want to order them directly from Sharp Dressed Knives, or if Leong is going to have some for sale immediately on his website. I don't know the answer to that question, but I will post it down in the information section when I post this video, and so you will know. You will know. But I really like the EFD. It's a great looking knife. And here we go. We've got 3 different colors, and there will be others available. Okay. I mean, I just chose 3. I didn't want to have the rainbow done. Not at what I was paying for, a set of scales. So I just wanted to kind of get 3 different colors. And you know what? Since the EFD also comes in a black blade, this black on black would be really nice. What with black hardware and stuff like that, that would be nice. That would be nice. That'd be pretty dramatic, and it might be pretty dramatic with something like this as well, with the lava flow. So, yeah, there's that option as well. And I do sell the EFDs on my website. And you also, when you order one from my website, you get a free Love Them Knives koozie, not a used one, but one that'll be brand new. And of course, glow in the dark PVC sticker or patch, and then also a channel sticker. That swag pack comes with any Eutektik knife that you buy. Okay, so you'll be able to get that as a bonus, and that's normally $12 on my website. So I'm throwing that in with the knife. Okay, and then aftermarket scales. Interesting. I like them. You tell me. What do you think? What's your idea on it? It's a great knife to put it on. I didn't really want to do it on the Trinity because the Trinity doesn't have a brother in the high-end line that can relate. But the Field Duty does. And so, way cool. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Put your comment down below and stay sharp.